We welcome you to the business meetings for both the Foundation and Federation. Can everyone hear me okay in the back?
If not, come closer.
Yeah. This is the fifth consecutive, I feel like I'm heading in and out.
You're good.
This is the fifth consecutive year that our organizations have joined together for our respective annual meetings. The Federation's 122nd and the Foundation's 115th. It's gratifying the Foundation and Federation to continue to work closely together to assist and guide the future of Jewish Buffalo.
Thank you, Craig. It is a pleasure collaborating with you to advance both agencies' excellent work along with all of our Jewish Buffalo agencies and organizations. Our program tonight gives us an opportunity to conduct our agencies' respective business and governance obligations, and for Craig and me to reflect on the accomplishments of our agencies to date. We are excited to hold this joint meeting here at the Foundry. Now I'm honored to invite Rabbi Yonina Foster to say a few words, followed by the recitation of the names of individuals who passed away since the last joint annual meeting. You have to kiss the microphone because it's very, oh, thank you. It's spilling all over. Thank you. Okay.
Kislev, the darkest time of the year, lighted soon by Hanukkah lights from the beginning of time. This year began with continued anti-Semitism and sadness, so recently turned to joy with the return of the remaining hostages to their families in Israel. We continue to grieve for those who died, for the devastation, and to heal. With the challenges, joys, and delights of being Jewish, we in Western New York are blessed by the Foundation for Jewish Philanthropies of Buffalo and Buffalo Jewish Federation. They are the wings under us. Thank you, Jewish Federation, for encouraging a flourishing Jewish Buffalo, joyful, inclusive, and resilient, grounded in Jewish connection, and sustained by enduring relationships within and beyond our community. From free PJ Library books to children and their families, and for thousands of programs that have brought the Jewish community together, blessings and gratitude. Jewish Philanthropies, thank you for establishing charitable vehicles to create a positive and enduring impact on Jewish Buffalo, Western New York, and the world. Through your values of tzedakah, tikkun olam, gemilut chasadim, and l'dor vador, you have provided scholarships and grants that support at least 920 organizations. Blessings and gratitude. As a part of Jewish Family Services of Western New York, we know our organization, like others, shifted gears with the new administration in January. We continue to help refugees and immigrants in the Buffalo community, they who survived horrific traumas, to begin again in the city of good neighbors. I have also seen the fruits of your support as we assist those in the Jewish community, including Holocaust survivors, providing pastoral care, and support groups. Bless you and thank you. May Jewish Federation and Jewish Philanthropies continue to assist organizations and individuals to thrive Jewishly in Buffalo for generations to come. You both emulate the psalmist's words. O zaru ala tzadik, u'liyishrei lev simcha. O zaru ala tzadik, u'liyishrei lev simcha. Plant the seeds of joy and light, tend them carefully day and night. In this soil so dark and deep, we plant the dreams that love will reap. And please join me as I remember those along with you, dear friends and supporters of the Federation and Foundation who have died since the last annual meeting. Toby Tichtenbach, Barbara Baker, Cynthia Benderson, Ruth Bennett, Sheila Bernstein, Deborah Breverman, Susan Carroll, Peter Curtis, Enid Edelman, Saul Elkin, David Estrow, Donald Falk, Gerhard Falk, Linda M. Franchel, Bernard B. Friedman, Linda Friedman, Iris A. Friedman, Lillian Gerstmann, Donald Gilden, Joanne Goldfarb, Joyce Greenberg, John Greenberger, Harriet Halpern, Ralph Halpern, Linda Hoffman, Martha Hutchnaki, Karen Hauser, Alice Eisenberg, Leonard Katz, Elias Kaufman, Lynn Weisman Klein, Lois Klein, Florence Betty Korn, Robert Kossoff, Tilly Lazarson, Renata Lefcourt, Frank Levin, Louis Levinsky, Lenore Levy, Susan Levy, Alan M. Lewis, Richard J. Lippis, Toby Muscat, Karen Simon Neiman, Paul D. Pearson, George Foll, Leonard Polk, Edwin Polikoff, Leah Richmond, Pauline Rogers, Yeti Sachs, Leonard Saran, Arthur Schwartz, Morton Chevelle, Lydia Shapiro, Samuel Shapiro, Max Sloan, Gertrude Sloan, Hannah St. Cyr, Emily Tall, Sheila Trossman, Sarah Ann Weinstein, Howard Walensky, Stanley Weiner, Jack Yellen, Iris Rusty Zackheim, Joseph Irving Zackheim. May their memories be for a blessing. And I'd like to welcome back Craig Small.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. So, welcome to the 115th annual meeting of the Foundation for Jewish Philanthropies. Thank you to everyone who has worked so hard behind the scenes to bring our event together this evening. Please join me in welcoming Rick Steinberg, Chair of Foundation's Governance Committee, to the podium to present the election of new officers and members. Rick.
Thank you. Thanks, Craig. Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to present a slate of officers and new members who are recommended by our Governance Committee for the Foundation Board for 2026. I'll start with the officers. President nominated Craig Small. Vice Presidents Eric Raccoon, Brian Snyder, Rick Steinberg, that's me. Secretary Susan Freed, Treasurer Penny Howard. I'd like to call for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, thank you very much. And ask for the vote. All in favor indicate by saying aye or raise your hand. Thank you. Opposed? Abstain? Thank you very much. The motion passes. The slate of officers is approved. And for our new members, I will ask you each to stand as I mention your name. Brian Queller. Thank you. Susan Grelick. Alan Goldstein. And I didn't see Larry Cohen. Are you here, Larry? Okay, not. I will ask for a motion again for approval of, thank you very much. I'll ask for a second. Thank you, appreciate that. All in favor, indicate by saying aye or raise your hand. Very good. Opposed? Abstain. Congratulations, the motion passes. Our new candidates, we got you for 3 years. Excited about this. Thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank our departing members of the board, excuse me, Scott Goldman, Jordan Joseph Fogel and Kim Yanati, thank you very much for your service, and we are very grateful for your contributions. And with that, I want to say to all of you, thank you very, very much, and we're very much looking forward to make it a great and meaningful and productive 2026. Thank you. Speaking of great and meaningful and productive, I'm going to turn it back to Craig. Thanks. Here you go.
Nice job. Thank you. Don't take my notes.
I don't think I got it.
So this year has been simply amazing. I am proud to be part of this foundation and what we're doing. I've learned a ton as president, and I'm excited to report on the progress and the success that we've had this year. Just as importantly, I'm constantly amazed by the work the foundation does to service the hundreds of donors whose generosity amounts to millions of dollars in annual gifts and grants to a variety of charities, agencies, organizations, and individuals in need. We are committed to the mission of our founders, that is supporting donors by helping them make connections, strengthening our institutions, and safeguarding the future of Jewish Buffalo. And I can honestly say that we are meeting our obligations and enhancing and embracing our commitments. So my remarks tonight are partly written and partly read by my notes, but partly a little bit informal. I wanted to show you pictures, because I think pictures are worth 1,000 words, and pictures are often more meaningful than I can say. So I put some pictures together that I thought would help you see what we've been up to. So first, of course, I want to thank Margie Bryen for her years of service. I want to congratulate Blaine, my friend Blaine. I want to thank and congratulate, thank the exiting board members, congratulate the new board members, both Federation and Foundation. Appreciate your volunteerism, your time and effort, so thank you for that. As I said, we're committed to the vision of our founders, supporting our donors, strengthening our institutions, and safeguarding the future of Jewish Buffalo. And we do that in real life ways. It's not just words. We're on the move. We go places. For example, earlier in the year, we went to Florida. Herb and I visited our snowbirds in Boca Raton. We saw Miriam and so many nice people who were with us. We had Herb talk to our friends there, and I think we like it because we can stay connected. We can tell them what's going on. They're in Florida, but we want to make them feel like they're still connected to us in Buffalo. So even though they're there, we want them to know we're still thinking about them. So Mrs. Chevelle and Larry, Mr. Eisenberg, Mr. Gelman, Judy Babbitt, we had dinners together. Randy, of course, joined us with Herb. We saw David Firestein, and Erica was with us, and Jody, and again, Randy. I mean, we had a really nice time with our friends in Florida, and I think it's worthwhile because they know that we care about them, and we're sharing what's going on. Then we managed to go to the West Coast, to Sarasota, and we spent time with the Bentovich, and David and Joni, and we really enjoyed being with them. And in fact, at this event, Marilyn Shuman and Ann Bierich hosted this particular event, so it was very generous on their part. After leaving the Florida trip, we traveled to Springfield, Massachusetts. Why Springfield? Well, the Grinspoon Foundation hosts a Life and Legacy Leadership Conference in Springfield. And Linda, the boxers, and Tom Lansing and I, and Veronica, and Lisa Allen, we all went to Springfield for the Life and Legacy Conference. And a lot of love there. There were 72 total communities or cities that had been included in the Life and Legacy campaign, if you will. And we have Rob Goldberg and Irv to thank, because Rob and Irv were instrumental when they spoke to the Life and Legacy people about whether Buffalo would be an appropriate city for them. And we made it. We didn't just make it, we actually have done amazingly well in the Life and Legacy program. Life and Legacy assists, if you don't know, which you probably do, Life and Legacy assists communities across North America to promote endowment giving to benefit local Jewish organizations. We're one of 75. This program has raised over $2 billion, $2 billion in legacy gifts, and started by Mr. Harold Grinspoon, who I met when we were in Springfield. It's an incredible program, and Linda Barrett has done yeoman's work with we did such a nice job that they recognized Buffalo with a special award for 4 years. 4 years in the program, right, Linda? 4 years we did. They were very nice and honored to come to Buffalo, and I was fortunate to be there to accept with Linda. And then we had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with Mr. Grinspoon. He's like 92 or 6. Linda dressed him up a little bit. I had nothing to do with that, but apparently he's a Bills fan. So he's ready for the next picnic, I guess. So our Life and Legacy members are amazing. In the 4 years that we've been in the program, we've had 317 donors, 587 commitments, and get this, $22 million in Life and Legacy. So we got the award for 4 years, and now they've allowed us to be on for another year 5. And we've got 9 donors and 17 commitments for over $400,000 just in year 5. So it's amazing. And you can't go to Massachusetts, you can't go to Springfield without going to the Basketball Hall of Fame. So we did that. At least didn't know I was going to show that picture. That's a fun one. She's going to love this one. This is a good one too. So that's a good one. If you have never been to the Hall of Fame in Springfield, it's definitely worthwhile. There's great things there. You know, the foundation is collaborating with Federation in community events. We go to Springfield together. We go to Florida together. Well, we also stay home and we do nice things here. We invited J Drop to join us this summer, and I think Linda also was a big part of planning that event. She's like MVP, but also Federation again drew a wonderful crowd, and this guy is amazing. J Drop, if you've never heard him, he has a beautiful voice. He's the nicest person. So that was fun. You know, we support each other. JCC has a 5K, I go run the 5K. I didn't win, but I was there supporting the JCC. It's an important agency. We want to give them support where we can, and we did that this summer. So it was nice to see Rick there with Karen and Mara, of course, and Erwin and Mark. The next event we planned was this, we call it the signature event, but it was a celebration of a couple of things. One, we had the opportunity to honor 2 incredible women, Susan Grelick and Marilyn Shuman. Both incredible because Susan was recognized with a Leadership Endowment Award, and Marilyn was recognized with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And what better way to celebrate than with Israeli wine? So we invited this tremendous young guy named Eric Siegelbaum, who is a real-life sommelier. He knows a ton about wine, and in Israel especially. He entertained us for like 2 hours. We had a great room filled, Sisterhood Chapel, and celebrated Marilyn and Susan, and drank wine and learned about Israel, how incredible their wine region is, and gave flowers to Marilyn. Watched a couple videos. Jim Gibbons gets props because Jim is an amazing editor. Jim did 2 fantastic videos, one for Susan and one for Marilyn. And Tracy Drury gets credit for helping with Susan's, and I get credit for helping Marilyn. Another thing we did, we're doing in the community is supporting agencies like JFS. JFS just opened up a beautiful new space at TBC. We met Molly Carr and Lauren McGuire, and we took a tour with them. JFS is an important agency. They support mental health counseling, refugee and immigrant services. They support families and youths, and Jewish services too. So they're very proud of their new space, and I recommend that you take a tour if you have a chance. The most recent amazing thing that we did was, given what's going on with the reduction in SNAP benefits, people are hungry. The food banks and pantries have been pressured because people don't have enough money to buy food, so they're going to the food banks more and more and food kitchens. So recognizing that, it was the idea of her and Federation to allocate an additional $1 million from the Sudan Family Endowment Fund for food. And $500,000 of that went to Feed More, $250,000 of that went to City Mission, and $250,000 that went to Friends of Night. So it was, first of all, fortunately, the Sudan Endowment Fund allows us to do $1 million every year. That's the direction of their fund. Given what was going on this year, we took it upon ourselves to advance an additional $1 million this year. So that's how it happened. And Erica Brecker I love Erica. She helped us with media. She helped get us on Channel 4, on Channel 7. We met Kelsey Anderson. We got the word out that this is what we're doing. And we didn't just go on TV. We actually went to the agencies. I told her, I said, I want to go there. I want to meet the people, like who these people are. I want to see like what's going on there. So we went to City Mission, and we met Mark Jentz, who's the CEO, and these nice people were just there volunteering, taking food back to their pantries. We handed Mark a check, took a picture, and we met Marilyn Vercucci. We also went to Feed More. I think there's some Feed More people here. Could you raise your hand? Hi. One of the amazing things we do is get to support Feed More. And Feed More was kind enough to invite us to their groundbreaking. They've got this incredible campaign going on where they're raising money to build a new facility in Hamburg. Can't wait till it's done, and we thank you for all the good work that you do there. We're happy to support you, and we're grateful for the Sudans to make that a priority of theirs. We visited Friends of Night. We met Joseph Henry, the CEO on Allen Street, Friends of Night. Amazing. I've actually never been to a homeless shelter. Thank God I've never been homeless. I've always had food on my table. People literally wait in line in the cold to get a bowl of soup. They literally do that. It's unbelievable. And Friends of Night, if you've never been there, it's clean, it's respectful, they treat people with dignity. He couldn't be nicer, Joseph Henry. They let people, come, eat, and leave. They have clothes there, they have grab-and-go food shelf. They have jackets. If you have clothes that you don't need, you could leave it there for them on a hanger. So if you don't know what to do with like a jacket you don't want, drop it at Friends of Net. So again, Foundation is doing great things. We're also supporting campaigns of all kinds. We want people to know what opportunities are out there. We want to make connections. Levy's unbelievable. He's on the phone like all day long telling people what's going on, what the campaigns are. We're helping the JCC with their Shaping Futures campaign. They're raising $7 million. So, do you want to be a part of that? Do you want to be, do you want to give to the JCC? Do you want to help the renovation of the Jewish Family Services? Do you want to help secure Buffalo? Do you want to help restore Beth Zion? Do you want to help with the Buffalo Jewish Museum? What do you want? What's important to you? So that's why philanthropy is so incredible, because we have the ability and the will to introduce you to these things that are available to you, to leave a legacy, to help out, to support things that you think are important. We don't just do food and money, we do teddy bears. So Theodore Holfelder, the Theodore Holfelder Joy Fund, I don't honestly know a lot about it, but I think that they provide for toys to be distributed to Roswell Park. So Irv and his office went to Roswell.
To bring joy to a child's face.
Thank you. To bring joy to a child's face. And Teddy, Theodore, not a big leap. They brought bears to Roswell Park to bring joy to children. Incredible. One of the ways that we help people understand what we can do is through our professional advisors group, and that's something that we're building. We're building. Lisa Allen is our chair. We're trying to gather lawyers, financial advisors, people who know stuff about stuff, to help teach their clients how they can get involved, how they can leave a legacy. What's a charitable remainder trust? What's a donor advised fund? What's a restricted fund? So our professional advisors would theoretically be talking to their clients about these different vehicles for help for leaving a legacy, and that's one of the things that we're building. Our numbers are pretty good. The blue is this year, the green is last year. Our assets are divided up into categories. As simple as I can say it, we have restricted funds, we have donor advised funds, we have trusts, custodial funds, and general fund. We have over $1 million in restricted funds, we have almost over $100 million in restricted funds, almost $100 million in donor advised funds. And you can see, so total, guess what that totals? Over $300 million in managed assets. $300 million. This represents the number of donors in the year 2025. So this year, this is all 2025. This is September. So for the year 2025, we've had 362 total donors. This is just September, so if we add up these numbers, 362 for the year, total donors, 826 donations for the year, and over $9 million in total donations just from January to September of 2025. Over $9 million in gifts and grants to others. This is our growth trend. It's fantastic. As we close our 114th year, I'm proud to share that for the first time in our history, the foundation has surpassed $300 million in assets from the stewardship. Great. We owe huge thanks to, again, thank you, we owe huge props to Levy. his staff. He's like a well-oiled machine over there. They've got great people in his office. He's hiring more people. We've got great systems in place. When you want to make a donation or when you want to make a gift, you go on the website and click a couple buttons and it's done for you. It's unbelievable. So we're growing so quickly that we need help. We need a new director of development. So we're growing. If you know someone, say something. So thank you to our incredible board of trustees. Thank you to our amazing officers, Rick Steinberg, Sue Freed, Brian Steiner, Penny Howard, our board members who are here, Sue Freed, Lisa, Dan, thank you, Bruce, thank you, and our great board and our phenomenal executive director with his staff. The other huge props, Barb, Melissa, Emma, Irv, Rachel Ross, Jacob, Linda, and Karen too. Karen's got this picture, but Karen Levy's also helping out. So thanks to them. So thanks for being part of our board.
Thanks, Greg. Okay, wow, this is a first. I'm not going to have a slide to show you. So we will now transition and begin the Federation's brief business portion of our meeting. I invite my pal Shelley Yellen, Federation's immediate past president and chair of the nominating committee, to come up to the podium and do our official stuff.
Good evening. On behalf of this year's nominating committee, which I have had the privilege of chairing for a few years, the following individuals, in accordance with the Constitution and revised bylaws of the Buffalo Jewish Federation, have been nominated to serve a 3-year term as at-large members of the Board of Governors, which begins January 2026. So, when your name is called, if you wouldn't mind standing up, we would appreciate it. The following people are nominated for a second 3-year term as returning member of the Board of Governors, again beginning January 1st, 2026. The second term would be Kirsty Henry, here you are, Jim Kramer, Robin Raphael, sitting next to her, and Blaine Schwartz. And for a first term is Maxine Honor, Hadar Borden, and Sam Shatkin. And then the following will extend their term of service on the board as officers, Deborah Goldman and Ezra Rich. Thank you. So now is oh wait, hold on a second. So now we have to get a membership vote to make sure everybody is convinced that they're eligible to be in. So I'm asking for a motion to accept the new board members, those recommended for their second term, and those recommended to continue on the board to serve as an officer as presented.
I so move. Lisa.
Okay, great. Can I get a second? Okay, thank you. So I call the question. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any objections or abstentions? Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Woo-hoo! Thank you. Okay, I would like to now call a special meeting of the Board of Governors to elect a slate of officers that has been recommended by the nominating committee. The nominations for officers of the Buffalo Jewish Federation are as follows. President Blaine Schwartz, Vice President Deborah Goldman, Vice President Mark Brown, Treasurer Sean Fryer, Secretary Ezra Rich, and immediate past President Margie Bryen. Okay, so can current members of the Federation Board of Governors please stand up and vote? I'm sorry, board.
Everybody who's on the board stands up.
As Margie just said, everyone stands up. That's on the board. So do we have a motion to accept the slate of officers as presented? Yes. Can I get a second?
Yes.
Thank you. And I call the question. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any objections or abstentions? Brief pause. Okay. The motion passes unanimously. Thank you. So now may I have a motion to adjourn the special meeting of the Board of Governors of the Buffalo Jewish Federation? So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All right, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you and congratulations to you all. I'm going to go off script for just a minute. But before I call up the next person, I just really wanted to express a couple of my personal thank yous. One is certainly to acknowledge Margie Bryen. I've so enjoyed working with her. I think you have been an amazing president and leader. I knew you would, and it's certainly not the end. And it'd be sad for me if I knew we weren't going to be working together anymore. So I'm looking forward to our next stage. But thank you so much for everything that you've done. I just want to congratulate Blaine and the officers. It's a terrific group. I'm super excited about what's going to happen, what will happen next, and remains to be seen. But I think between the staff and the board and the officers, it's as strong as it can be. And again, I just finally thank you to the Board of Governors, the new board members, for what you do and what you will be doing. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much. And now I'm delighted to invite Ken Shuman to the podium to share a few words about Margie and her time as president of the Federation. Thank you so much.
Well, good evening, friends. Tonight we celebrate Margie Bryen's impact on our Jewish community as she steps down in planned fashion and enables our next board chair, Blaine, to take the mantle of leadership. I'm grateful personally to count Margie as a friend and view her among an elite class of leaders whose passion, talent, and work craft manifest themselves as a loving gift to this community. Margie was the right leader at the right time. When asked to share their appreciation for Margie, many board members praised her passion for our mission, steady, balanced reason, logical and strategic mindset, her grounded confidence, and her warm, inclusive nature. This all further supports JFED's journey to be our community's trusted partner. When Margie returned to Buffalo over 8 years ago, she was already an accomplished leader and executive in her field and in her Detroit community. She returned to us to answer her family's call to support her father, Bill, a successful business owner and community leader in his own right. No surprise that duty and honor bound as Margie is, she answered that call, taking on the challenge of building further upon her father's current success, along with her team at Hard Manufacturing, providing all with a very bright future. While back in Buffalo, she rekindled friendships and connections, weaving herself back into the community that nurtured her during her early years. Originally drawn in by my late cousin Leslie Shuman Kramer's enthusiastic and abiding encouragement and leadership, she served in a number of key roles over time. Margie confidently and aptly leaned in and made an impactful and significant set of contributions over the arc of her involvement here. starting back in 2017 and 18 during Stephen Weiss's tenure, followed by a vice presidential role under Leslie. Then 20 to 22 as treasurer, both under Leslie and later Shelley. And then, currently, in their last tenure, 2023 through 25, extended as president for 3 years to support an orderly professional leadership transition from Rob Goldberg to Miriam. So Margie made, obviously, a highly visible impact through her family's foundation to launch the Made in Buffalo event. Yet mostly she prioritized less visible and heavy foundational work, which will pay dividends far beyond her tenure. Her, along with other key people on the board that she engaged, made impacts in areas like governance and bylaws, board structure and discipline, organizational structure, talent and HR management, great financial collaborations with the FJP, and certainly an updated CRM for future professionalization of our development work. And of course, budgets, because nobody can present an engaging and as clear a budget as Margie. We know that. So to tie up, a quote, of blessed memory, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs offered a definition of a Jew as one who sees problems in the world and seeks to fix or repair them. To that end, Judaism, then, is God's call to responsibility and action in service of others. Then perhaps to be Jewish is to answer this call. If so, Margie, for her part, has answered this call. For herself, for her family, for her business, for her community, and for Jewish Buffalo. And for that, we owe her our most sincere gratitude and thanks. Margie, would you come up? She was my neighbor growing up. Still my neighbor. So this is a heartfelt gift from Federation for you, and we hope that you'll wear it proudly and think of us fondly and never leave us. Thank you.
Thanks. Wow, that's hard to follow. I kind of knew something was going to be here today, but Kenny, that was beautiful. Thank you. All right, so it's too dark up here for my old eyes, no matter how big the font was and what I wrote, to actually see, so you get my glasses. Okay, so good evening again to everybody here, members, donors, and friends, and thank you all for being here and sticking with us tonight. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight at the annual meeting of the Buffalo Jewish Federation. As I conclude my term as president, I've been reflecting on the journey we've taken together, what we faced, what we built, and what we've learned as a community. It's been a period marked by crisis and collective strength. It's impossible to speak about this past year, really my entire tenure, without acknowledging the profound impact of October 7th, 2023. The horrific attack, the ongoing hostage crisis, and the war that followed have shaped not only global Jewish life, but the daily emotional landscape of our community here in Buffalo. In the days immediately after, we gathered to mourn, we gathered to pray, and in the weeks and months that followed, we gathered to show unwavering support for Israel and for our brothers and sisters living through unspeakable trauma. And we gathered to stand tall together against rising waves of anti-Semitism across the world and right here at home. I'm incredibly proud that Buffalo was part of the largest emergency campaign in the history of Jewish Federations of North America. JFNA moved swiftly, raising over $900 million nationwide. Those dollars translated into immediate lifeline services, trauma care, medical needs, economic aid, and community resilience efforts. More than 4,200 grants were provided to over 800 NGOs and supporting over 200 Israeli communities. This is the power of being part of Federation. It's the power of us working together. And today, As immediate emergency shifts towards long-term rebuilding, we will continue to stand with the people of Israel in the months and years ahead. During the last year, we've been deepening our connection to Israel. This year, we made a significant and meaningful development around our Partnership Together region. We shifted to a region in the Eshkol, which encompasses many of the communities that live along the Gaza border. Together with the Federations of Albany area and Mexico City, we are part of this partnership, which will allow us to forge deeper and more personal and more impactful relationships with communities in Israel that need us and that we can learn from, including traveling to the region and receiving Israeli visitors here in Buffalo. Our immersive travel program also continues to be a cornerstone of our engagement strategy. Just last week, a group of Buffalo women returned home from a powerful all-women's momentum trip. And earlier in the year, we led an extraordinary immersive travel to Jewish Morocco, which enriched everyone who participated, even if some of them didn't have clothes to wear. We've been focused very much on community relations and combating anti-Semitism. Beyond Israel and our work overseas, one of our most important responsibilities is strengthening the safety, visibility, and dignity of Jewish life here in Buffalo. Our Community Relations Leadership Council has been both active and strategic. Our annual leadership briefing, which in 2025 featured renowned civil rights activist Eric Ward, continues to serve as a critical annual convening point for elected officials, civic leaders, university partners, and interfaith allies to learn about the issues facing Jews in Buffalo today and to continue to develop and enhance these relationships so that we are stronger as a fully integrated community. Our security work, often quiet, often behind the scenes, is essential for shaping the broader environment in which our Jewish community lives and thrives. We have built upon our strong foundation and now enhanced our resources under the leadership of Senior Director of Community Security, Craig Macy. We continue to upgrade our processes and systems and the financial resources to support our partners to best secure Jewish Buffalo. Hero and education is important to all of us, but teaching the past to protect the future is an important concept. Our Holocaust Education and Resource Organization, or HERO, has had another remarkably impactful year. The Mobile Museum of Tolerance continues to reach thousands, and I'm proud to share that the Simon Wiesenthal Center is now using our HERO model as an example for other communities seeking to integrate the MMOT into their local educational ecosystems. Our outreach to elementary school librarians and the introduction of the Kindness Suitcase are innovative approaches to instilling empathy and understanding at the earliest ages. To date, there are 80 suitcases in over 70 local elementary schools where librarians who attended our first ever librarians conference are using the lessons of the Holocaust to teach first, second, and third graders critical lessons about empathy and tolerance. And our K-12 Parents Council is a grassroots effort working hand in hand with faculty and local schools to ensure that Jewish students learn in an environment free from anti-Semitism. To date, HERO and Federation programs have reached over 12,000 students across 20 school districts, at least once and often more. This is incredibly important work, and we're doing so well at it. We are engaging the community at all stages of life. Our Jewish engagement program remains vibrant and essential. PJ Library continues to bring Jewish stories and values into the homes of young families. Over 4,000 books were delivered this year. NextGen has created a welcoming, exciting space for Jews in their 20s and 30s, breathing life back into one of Federation's most essential investments in future Jewish Buffalonians, and we hope future leaders. Midlife engagement continues to grow, as does participation in our curated, smaller learning communities like the men's and women's gathering cohorts, and our Introduction to Judaism and Adult Hebrew courses. All of these amazing programs remind us that Jewish life is enriched not only through our philanthropy, or fiscal support that we provide. By the way, over $1 million came from Federation in 2025 to support our local partners and our historic Israel and overseas commitments. But through Jewish connections, Jewish learning, and shared Jewish experiences offered through the Federation. Speaking of the impact, if you didn't have a chance to take one of these before the meeting, that's too much in a stack here. 1 second. The impact report is hot off the press, and please grab a copy on your way out. Federation did a wonderful job of sharing the various points of contact and positive impact we are making in all areas of our work. Exciting stats for you in living color. Kenny mentioned my work on the foundation of Federation, and when I began my presidency 3 years ago, one of my key focus areas was to strengthen our foundation, ensuring that as the community's needs evolved, our organization evolves with them. One of the most important pieces of that work was the leadership transition from Rob to Miriam as our CEO. I know I speak for many in saying that this transition has been smooth, thoughtful, and deeply successful. During my tenure, we continued to develop and then roll out elements of our people plan, bringing on new talent, realigning roles, and building a structure that reflects the needs of today while preparing for tomorrow. The creation of a formal personnel committee this year has given us dedicated leadership support for strategic hiring and organizational oversight. We also continue to invest in our CRM and donor management systems so that we can be better stewards of the relationships that sustain our mission. And by outsourcing our internal accounting functions to the foundation a couple years ago, our team continues to focus more directly on the work that aligns with Federation's mission and vision. Campaign and legacy giving are critical in our world, and fundraising is, of course, at the heart of who we are and what we do. Our Life and Legacy program, now in its 4th year, continues to grow resources, building endowment commitments that will sustain Federation and our partner institutions long into the future. Our annual campaign remains strong, supported this year by a remarkable kickoff event with keynote speaker Jonah Platt, who reminded us of our capacity to lead, to inspire, and to influence others, and to stand proudly in our Jewish identity. Our corporate sponsorship program, now a critical aspect of our fundraising, continues to grow and gain momentum year after year. We have run successful targeted campaigns and programs for HERO, for Security, and for the Cemetery Corporation. And just this fall, we launched an ambitious and essential initiative, the multi-year Secure Jewish Buffalo Endowment Campaign, with a multi-year goal of raising $6.5 million to ensure long-term security for our community. This is not only an investment in safety, it is investment in peace of mind, in Jewish continuity, and in our future. We are in the silent phase of this campaign, so you will not hear more until next year, but if you or someone you know might be interested in speaking about a gift, please see Miriam at the end of the evening. In closing, as I look back, I am struck most by the resilience, generosity, and unity of this community. We have endured immense challenges, but we have met them with strength. We have seized opportunities for growth, connection, and impact, and we have done it all, always, together. Serving as your president has been one of the greatest honors of my life. Thank you for trusting me, for working alongside me, and for caring so deeply about our Jewish community. I wish my folks were still here to share this special night with me. They love this community. Before I close, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to Miriam for your leadership, your partnership, friendship, and your unwavering commitment to this community. Thank you. To Stacy, Jill, Erica, Craig, Rob, Randy, Robin, Lauren, Aaron, Samantha, Rachel, Wendy, Jessica, Mandy, Marcy, Ginny, and Mike. Your dedication as our professional team is the engine behind every success I've mentioned tonight. Thank you. To our board and executive committee, past and present, thank you for your wisdom, your patience, and your willingness to lean in. And to our donors, volunteers, partner agencies, and clergy, thank you for everything you do, seen and unseen. And most importantly, to the community itself, you are the reason we do this work. You are the reason Federation matters. Thank you for the privilege of serving as your president. I am proud of what we have accomplished together, and I look forward to all that is still ahead. Okay, Blaine, it's all yours now. Before we close for the evening, we would like to recognize a few individuals ending their terms of service. I would like to recognize Marina Finkelstein and Amelida Weinman, each of whom have completed their term on the Federation board. I also want to recognize Mark Brown, who has completed his 2-year term as Vice President and Development Chair, and Shelley Yellen, who has finally completed his term as immediate past president and definitely holds the record as the longest running chair of the nominating committee. I think we counted 6 years, something like that. We are grateful to each of you for your commitment to Federation and your contributions to strengthen Jewish Buffalo. We have a special gift for each of you and invite you to come to the podium now to be recognized and to receive this small token of our appreciation. So that means the 4 of you have to come up now. She's being my Diana. You didn't do a very good band. Hold on, don't walk away. Just want to be able to clap when you're standing there together. So, you gotta come down. Oh, I want to be tall. Shelley's in the picture. So Craig and I are going to wrap this baby up here. Thank you for your ongoing commitment to our community. We are proud of what we've accomplished together, and we're excited to see what we will achieve in the year ahead. We appreciate your attendance tonight in person and virtually. We officially conclude this evening's program and hope you all have a wonderful night.